For some reason, she is with Jarvis, the right-hand man to Iron Man. He's like his father figure. But why is she thick as she is hanging around with this fat ass nigga? We don't know.
Questions for later.
All right, now listen.
Dear people, oh my god, I do have to say, Brian Michael Bendis, you're a genius. You are a genius. Secret Invasion issue 1 was amazing. It was a whole cliffhanger. Yes, people. This is a foreshadowing. This is me foreshadowing. There is gonna be cliffhangers in this comic, so get strapped in because things are about to pop off. So here we go. In the first issue, we get up with the Skrull Queen on a distant planet many years ago saying the scripture was right. What scriptures? They don't even tell us what's happening with the scriptures. What scriptures? We don't know what happened. Then we quickly switch over to Iron Man, who's panicking on the radio news broadcast, telling the people, that we seem to have a problem. So one of our heroes died, right? And we just found out she was a Skrull all this time.
What the fuck was that shit?
Yes, we could not detect it. We could not detect it with technology. We could not detect it with magic. We could not detect it with even mutant powers. And I do have to say, people, mutants are the most powerful thing on Earth, minus the gods. Yes, minus Thor. Oh, I do have what Iron Man is addressing the nation, telling them, yo, we found out that Electro was a Skrull and we couldn't even detect it using any of our technologies. But we're gonna be at the bottom of this, as I'm gonna call out Reed Richards and Hank Pym to help me with this story. Those guys are the most ingenious people on the earth. Like Reed Richards, everybody knows this. He's called Mr. Fantastic for a reason. And Hank Pym, of course, the original Ant-Man, he created the Pym particle. So he's pretty much a genius. Let's switch over to the next panel at the peak, the space station that is orbiting space that is run by the organization called SWORD. For those who don't know, SWORD is the Sentient World Observation and Response Department, kind of like the CIA of the space waves. They protect us against the alien Osama bin Laden, you know what I mean? And the peak is being made by one of their fellow officers in one of their own teams from S.H.I.E.L.D., Dum Dum Dugan, who of course we met in the previous prelude, and we all know what happened to him. Pulls out like Wolverine's claws and kills Dum Dum Dugan on the spot, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
What the fuck is that?
Damn, do you let your guard down because she was thick? I would have done the same. What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, as Dum Dum Dugan is meeting Abigail Brand, the girl in charge of the peak, they're suddenly set by red alerts. They suddenly see that a Skrull ship is headed for Earth and is already entering Earth's orbit, and everybody's just panicking. What are aliens doing on Earth? Unattended, uninvited. What are they doing on Earth? So they do the best thing that comes to mind. They contact the Avengers. More specifically, they contact Iron Man, because at this moment right now, Civil War is going on and there's this Human Registration Act and some heroes are in hiding. We're gonna get through that Civil War one day, but as for now, we're gonna go on with the story. We switch over back to Iron Man, who just heard the car as they were examining the body. I can, at least, if anybody read the origins of Hank Pym, in the Ultimate Universe, you know what I'm talking about. We're gonna cover it soon, but sheesh, it's a dark one. So Iron Man gets this call from Abigail Brand. He suits up, he calls up Black Widow to ready up a Quinjet and ready up a team, as he's gonna be attacking the spaceship with full force. And of course, he calls up Spider Woman to tell him, hey yo, you're on the team. Let's go trash these Skrulls motherfuckers. But for some reason, she is with Jarvis, the right-hand man to Iron Man. He's like his father figure. But why is she thick as she is hanging around with this fat ass nigga? We don't know.
Questions for later.
But for some reason, she then calls up Luke and tell him, yo, it's time. There's a Skrull ship that landing down in the Savage Lands. Yo, my nigga, you gotta go with your team. Okay, she didn't say my nigga because I know she's like Latino. Oh, is she Latino or white? I'm not sure. But never mind. Carry on with the story. Luke Cage was hanging around with his own team of Wolverine, Echo, Iron Fist, Ronin. Of course, as anybody saw Avengers Endgame, you know Hawkeye was the Ronin, and of course Spider-Man. And Luke Cage is like, hey yo, my niggas, I got a plan. We don't have a jet, so let's go steal Iron Man's jet. So they drop down to exactly where Black Widow is and steal her Quinjet. And Iron Man is, yo, where the fuck is my Quinjet? It was the most funniest thing I've ever seen. They were at least 3.5 minutes, ahead of Iron Man and her team. When they get to the Savage Land, they're of course met by a dinosaur that eats their ship and throws them out another side. Of course, none of them are hurt. This is comics. They get down and use Wolverine sensors to track down where the ship. As they get to the ship and are about to open it, here comes Iron Man with his team of powerhouses. And when I say powerhouses, I mean powerhouses. He has the Sentry. The Sentry has the outer ego, the Void, who is a massive powerhouse. He has Miss Marvel, he has Ares, and Wonder Man. These guys are most powerful beings. But you know what happens? At that exact moment, something weird just happened. I do not understand how it happened. I do have to say, Brian Michael Bendis, this was amazing. Exact moment. Guess what the Skrull that was pretending to be Dum Dum Sukin says? He says he loves you. And it fucking blows up the peak. The whole space station, it goes kaboom. Of course, everybody in the space station is safe because they have this like fluid bubble of some sort that gives them like 10 minutes of air. But everything is gone. Next, Jarvis says he loves you and he hacks Iron Man's suit. Like it goes bananas and it shocks him, giving him a seizure. After that, another person says he loves you. The helicarrier falls from the sky like it did in Captain America Civil War movie. It falls from the sky. Here is a full fucking spread page of it falling from the skies. From that, everything of Stark Industries is suddenly hacked. I mean, everything, satellites, weapons, everything in testing, it gets hacked. The RAF, a maximum security prison installation, gets hacked. Guards get killed, prisoners get loose. Another maximum security prison called the Cube, where Marvel, the Marvel boy, Nova is, gets hacked. Everybody goes awry. At the Thunderbolts Mountain, where Norman Osborn headquarters is, he's just chilling with his guys, and then suddenly, boom, Marvel comes by, thrashing the place. I mean, Marvel, the original Captain Marvel, the guy, but the guy who died of cancer. Yo, I have a question. Doesn't Deadpool have cancer? I understand that his healing factor is keeping him from dying. Of course, he has the curse from Thanos, but he has cancer. So how is he still alive? Someone from Marvel is gonna have to explain that. But carry on, we jump over to the Baxter Building in Manhattan. The Baxter Building is where the Fantastic Four operate from, and there's a bunch of tourists going inside to see what it happens. Because Mr. Fantastic creates a bunch of shit every time because he has so much free time. Instead of playing with his kids, one of the visitors turns into Sue Storm, the wife of Mr. Fantastic, and he goes to the Baxter Building, one of the vaults, and he passes by Johnny Storm and Franklin. Franklin, the kid with massive powers. The Skrull imposter goes to one of the computers and activates the negative zone bridge, and it's up the whole Baxter Building. Like it just eats it up whole and everything. We don't even get an explanation. That just says he loves you, and we switch over back to where Iron Man is having a fucking seizure. Everybody's saying, hey yo, who did this? The Iron Man forces are saying they're doing this to his armor. These guys are saying like, why would we hurt one of our own? He's the one who's trying to hurt us. As everybody is going through phases, that's when Wolverine turns and gasps. They look at the ship, it's opened, and what the actual fuck? Why do we have heroes coming out of the Skrull ship? I understand some people, are pretending to be heroes, but this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We have Spider-Man, Frost, Mockingbird, Luke Cage when he was still had an afro. So how could they kidnap Thor? He's a fucking god. Beast, Hawkeye, Captain America. I don't want to name them all because it'll just take too much time. Here is a full page spread. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. You done? Good. We switch over back into space where Abigail Brand is calling in backup at S.H.I.E.L.D. and saying, hey yo guys, we got 10 minutes of air. Please hang up and what the fuck is that? A bunch of Skrulls ship are fucking invading Earth. Oh, this is popping off. We don't even get any time to see that. We switch over to Hank Pym and Reed Richards, where Reed Richards has finally discovered why the Skrulls are not being detectable by any of their powers. And he tells this to Hank Pym. Hank Pym is like, nigga, I know. And he blasted with a gun that turns him into this rubbery, like disgusting goo all over. And he just says, he loves you. Like, who is he? Brian Michael Bendis, who is he? This is the end of the comic, people. Who is he? That's where they end the comic, and I do have to say this was an amazing first issue. I'm hooked. No lie, I am hooked. But anyway, if you guys liked the video and if you guys like the content, please leave a like and subscribe and a comment, and I'll catch you later in the second issue. I can't wait to see how this goes. I can't even wait to see how this ends. It's been your boy Ray Universe, the Dark Horse of Comics, and I'm out. Whew, this boot is hot.